listen to the music that's not playing. Hi,
we're back, still crazy.
As always.
And this is Faking Sanity, and we're a knitting and a bunch of other stuff podcast.
Sometimes spinning, but she hasn't been spinning.
I haven't spun in like a month.
I know.
It's crazy.
I'm Cindy.
I'm Lou.
And
sorry for bumping the table.
We own a used bookstore, coffee shop, yarn shop in Dawson Creek, BC, Canada.
You can't see the yarn because there's horrible lighting on that side this time of day.
Really horrible. Well, pretty much any time of day. But,
thanks for joining us again. And I guess we'll just start with knitting. We actually have a lot of knitting content this time.
Yeah, it's been 4 weeks.
We didn't podcast. Yeah.
It's been like 4 weeks, but I actually knit tons.
Yeah.
Because I had been knitting socks, and now I'm knitting bulky stuff, and it's amazing
goes
how
a little
fast
faster.
Yeah.
Well, start with your first project.
Well, I have an announcement first.
It's very cool.
I put out a pattern. It's this. Oh, wow. Yeah. It is the Callus.
Here, let me try it.
Callus hat. Right now I have it in just one size. But I'm going to put other sizes.
Oh, it's too big for me.
Yeah, it's too big for you. You look like an idiot. So I knit a few of these. Anyway, it is knit in a light, bulky yarn. Mm-hmm. This is light chunky, I guess. This is in Faking Sanity, a soulless chunky in green eggs and ham. And then I did another one in Malabrigo chunky. Unfortunately, in the variegated, you totally lose the lace. You can't see it.
Not all variegateds, but that one's super high contrast.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is Malabrigo chunky in azalea.
It also works really well in like Cascade Echo if you like a looser gauge.
Yes.
Would work really nice.
Yeah.
Like if you like a more open fabric.
I would recommend something along those lines.
Or Sugarbush Dawson.
Yeah.
Works really well too.
Yeah. And then now that I just finished this one, I haven't blocked it or anything yet. She
literally finished it as we were setting up the camera.
Pulled all the stitches together at the end. This
technical term. You'll see that one in the pattern.
I'm doing another version of it in a DK weight. So this is
that looks more my size.
This is Faking Sanity Impulse in Persuasion.
Let me try that.
Colorway.
Oh, that's totally more my size. Oh, okay. Not my color.
Not your color at all. And
it's really cute.
I'm gonna do. It can also be a slouchy hat, which I mean, the only reason I'm not knitting a slouchy hat is because I just wanted to get it done and get the pattern up and everything. But because I usually like slouchy hats.
Yeah, but I'll test the slouchy hat for you.
I really love this lace pattern.
Mm-hmm. It's really nice.
This cute little zigzag. So it's called Callus, Callis, because that's Latin for mountain trail or mountain road.
Check out the crown.
Yeah, I really like how the crown. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to decreases at the crowns of hats. So
yeah, see if I can show it better.
But
you did a good job.
Thanks. It's free for November. And then I'll probably put a price on it and proceeds can go towards a charity. That's what I want to do once I get a few patterns going is proceeds from them will go to a different charity every month or quarter or whatever. Something like that. So
that's very cool.
Right now, it's a free hat. Enjoy it. This one knits up so fast.
Yeah.
Like a day,
I was going to say,
2 days.
You had a project finished on Ravelry.
Yes.
But by the next day after you put it up.
So it's a perfect Christmas present.
Yeah.
Everybody has a skein of bulky in their
stash. Why did I buy one skein? It doesn't have enough yardage for anything.
Yeah. And one skein of most bulkies will do the short version of it.
85 to 95 yards for this one.
Yeah, I think a bit more than that, but
you used 91.
Oh, someone was trying our door. Anyway, yeah, so
very cute
pattern, my first pattern.
Yay!
I'm getting set up as a designer. So right now I can't respond to any comments on Ravelry, but
that's my bad. I said I set her up, but I forgot one step.
Yeah, no biggie. They're gonna fix it. Yeah. So that is what I've been knitting.
Yes.
Is hats.
Hats.
Yeah.
Pretty hats.
Yes.
I actually just started on a new project because I needed some knitting on the go. So we had talked about our Regia Perfect sets that we broke up to make Oppo socks sets, where the two socks knit in the opposite colors. So like this one will be gray with green stripes and this will be green with gray stripes. So I just started one of that set. And I'm doing, sorry, I was at the doctor's office today, so I'm in the middle of a short row heel. But I'm doing just the vanilla latte socks pattern.
Who's it by?
Oh. I was like, oh, it's just a plain no pattern, but it's not. It's the vanilla latte socks pattern.
Here, I will check it out.
She will look it up and then the heel, I'm doing the sweet tomato heel by Kat Bordy. It just fits me really well. So I really like it. And I'm really enjoying knitting with this. I cut the extra at the toe because I started it toe up.
Virginia Rose Jeans is the
pattern
designer on vanilla latte socks.
Yeah, they give you a lot more yardage than I need for socks. So I cut once I got like 5 rows into the toe or past the toe. And then it worked out perfect. Like I ran out of gray just as I was starting. I think I have like 14 stitches in the gray of the heel when I started. So it worked out perfect. Yeah. And this heel, especially on 72 stitches, this heel takes up a lot of yarn. So,
you know what? I don't think I was finished Mum's Oppo socks or Shawl's. No, I was. Never mind. I was going to say, oh, I forgot something that I finished in the last 4 weeks.
No, you had finished those. Yeah.
I had finished them.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And these will be super comfy new socks to wear because I am in need of new socks to wear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, my next one is another FO. I did the Amelite Cowl by Tin Can Knits.
I love Tin Can Knits patterns.
I just did the small version because it's nice and warm. I did it because Jocelyn was teaching a class on it here at the store and we wanted one complete in the size and yarn that the people in the class were doing it in. Yeah. And Jocelyn was doing a different size and different yarn. So this is Cascade Echo in Rainier Heather.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Echo
so
looks
cool.
amazing in cables.
It's got like all these colors in it, and it's just amazing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just a store sample right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love this pattern. I love all Tin Can Knits patterns. I have not yet knit one of theirs that I did not like.
I really want to knit their Gramps cardigan.
Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah. Very, very nice. And Cascade Echo is amazing for cables.
And it's gotten a lot softer over the years. Like,
yeah, it has.
I never had an issue with it, but
I can't wear
the newer stuff is much softer than the old stuff.
I have issues with wearing anything around my neck, so it has to be like super soft.
Yeah.
Or I have to wear it like down, so I couldn't wear it.
This. She was wearing it as a hat.
I was. Actually, and a couple other people was like, oh, they would make an awesome hat. Like, yeah. You could square it off.
Square it off and add 2 pom-poms. No, I think the 2 pom-poms.
Like the squared off with pom-poms? No, pom-poms are evil.
The little Susie pigtail tassels?
No. Goes so well with my white hair sticking out.
Yeah, but purple goes okay with your shirt.
That was my next
I'm knitting
project.
a cowl too.
I knit that in like 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. You've knit a lot, like, quickly lately.
Yes, I have.
I started this past week. Last week? I think
last
week. So it's my Aurora Polaris shawl, or cowl, but I am going to add a second size to the pattern. So this one will sit at about 32 inches. So I'm halfway through the repeat right now. And this yarn is the Earth.
She pulled it out of her Overlander.
I did. I pulled out my Overlander. There was a couple of changes I made accidentally that I was okay with, but a couple of mistakes that were too obvious. So it was going to bug me. So this is Earth's Unique Sock. And I love the like deep, rich, almost iridescent purples with the olives. And then this one is Faking Sanity Determination. So this one's a sport weight, so it's a little thicker. So the color work, the green really pops out more because it's a little bit thicker yarn. But I really like it. It does mean the contrast is a little lower when I get to the olive parts of the earth
it looks
yarn.
so cool though.
But I think this will be really cool to wear.
Yeah.
So, and I'll probably have the second size updated on the pattern in Ravelry in the next week or so. I'm just checking yardage. The pattern's written up. I just want to confirm the yardage. So I've got a couple of other people testing this size, and then that'll be added to the pattern for anybody who downloaded it. So yeah.
Okay. My next thing?
Your next thing?
Is a little shawl. It's supposed to be a big shawl, but it's not yet. I haven't blocked it yet. And I am going to block.
Love those colors.
I'm going to block the snot out of this thing. Okay.
Ew, there's snot in it.
So the yarn is Art Fill Ombre in the smoke colorway. Flip the tag.
It's not a tag.
It's a tail.
It's a tail. Flip the tag.
And the pattern is the kindness shawl by
I think it's Yala.
I think it's Yala too. Jaala. So we're guessing Yala Spiro. And it's beautiful. I really want it to be bigger. So I'm gonna block
it. Will. This is a loose gauge. Like this will totally block.
Oh well, yeah. There's lots of room to block it out.
Yeah.
So
it's so pretty.
Our friend Liz has knit 2 of these, and I just really liked it, and it's perfect.
It's perfect for gradient.
For gradients. So we're selling some gradients in the store, so I wanted to show them off. So I knit that as a sample for the store, and I really enjoyed it. The pattern.
This would look great on you.
Oh yeah.
Like it needs to be bigger, but
yeah,
once it's blocked.
The pattern was great to knit, and I really like the yarn too.
Yeah.
I've knit a few things out of the
Art Fill.
It's the same base as their Bell and their color bundles. Yeah, I really liked it.
Very cool.
I have to block, so I have
So you'll see it again in 2 years.
No.
Nope. You'll get it done before then.
Oh, I won't show it again after I block it. Well, maybe I will.
Because I won't.
If you want to see it. No, I was thinking I might block it tonight before we leave, actually.
Oh, that's a good plan.
Do you want to see it again after I block it?
Everybody wants to see it when it's pretty, not when it's all schmucky and yarn barfy.
Okay, why did you cringe away from me?
I don't know. I also finished my shawl. So this, I was almost done last time we podcast, but that's I think it'll be called the Winter Hug Shawl.
It'd be a pretty good winter hug.
And it's knit out of Cascade Echo, and it has these cute clustered stitches.
I love those.
And
wait.
and it's garter and stockinette.
I guess I get to test knit it, so I can't wait.
And it'll be huge. It's not even blocked yet, obviously, as with the tags ends still hanging.
Up in the ends still hang up.
But it's still almost 4.5 feet wide, so it'll be a big, deep, wide, cozy winter shawl. Yeah.
Yes, I like.
Yeah. And I'm writing this up, and I've been dreading it because as I knit it, I wrote up a draft of what I thought I wanted to do. And then I changed it as I went, but didn't write down all the changes I thought I did. So there's been a lot of go back and figure out what I did and figure out the math for when I fudged it and stuff. But I've got it all written out now. I'm just going to change right here. I'm going to add 3 rows of stockinette to give that last cluster row a bit better definition before the border. And I really this is such a little thing, but I often don't like the bind off, the look of how it blends in with the edge of the pattern. And so this is Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, but it's done a little bit differently. It was a tutorial that Isolde Teague did a few years ago, and I really love it. Removes one step in the process of how to do it.
Really?
but it looks like garter stitch, just a little bit taller. So I think it really blends in nicely to a garter stitch edging. So yeah, so I wanted to say that I will have this written up. I'm just finishing the last edging thing, just changing those 2 rows to stockinette.
And then
I will have space openings for test knitters if anybody wants to knit it. This is knit out of 1 skein of Cascade Echo, so about 420 to 437 yards. If you're interested, contact me on the podcast or on Ravelry at Faking Sanity or Montrealise. And yeah, I'll be doing the test knit on Ravelry probably. But if you're interested, just give me a shout. Okay, now I'm gonna wear it.
I'm not a Coke addict.
Because
No.
everybody knows dinosaurs wear shawls, right? Oh, you can't see the
Oh
dinosaurs.
yeah, she's wearing her dinosaur shirt.
It's a T-Rex shirt.
They're
chasing each other.
Yes. The last thing I did, it's just machine knit, so not that fancy, but it's a Hudson's Bay scarf. It's just to sell at the store, but I was like, I couldn't wear this because it's white and it would be filthy in like no time. But Hudson's Bay, it's part of Canadian history. So if you're not Canadian, you don't care, and if you are Canadian, you know all about it. But they did these white blankets with these colors on the ends of them. So I did a scarf, and actually I have a hat knit like that as well.
Yeah.
So they're matchy-matchy. And
it's
it's
what's
out of
the yarn?
Sorry, it's out of Estelle worsted.
So
I'm not
it's an
addicted to
acrylic
that.
wool blend, right?
Yeah, it's 40% wool, some nylon and acrylic. I think 10% nylon and 50% acrylic. It's a great yarn. It's really cheap, and
it's a nice one for selling. Like, we have a lot of kids that come to the store that like to buy hand knits.
by kids she means teenagers.
Oh yeah, well, and some in their 20s probably.
Yeah.
But that want
need
to
a haircut.
buy hand knits but don't really have a huge budget for it. So I cut mine this weekend.
So yeah, I do Harry Potter scarves and Pride scarves and hats and all sorts of fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they sell. So yay. But I machine knit them because that's a lot of scarves are a lot of knitting.
Yeah.
I hand knit the hats, but yeah, that's all of our projects this week, I think.
All of the knitting, yeah.
Yeah.
There's still knitting news though.
Yeah, there's
so last time we teased that we were getting close to Watson Lake in our Knit to Alaska or Make to Alaska knit along.
Knit to Alaska, make along. Yeah, totally works.
And we were correct. So I've got the info here. So we've got a whole bunch of prize draws coming up. So the Alaska Highway KAL, we got to 986.55 kilometers.
That is a long ways. I was actually going to look up how far that was, like in other places.
Oh.
Like people are always like, well, you say you're in northern BC. How far north of Vancouver are you? And we're like,
12 hours. We count stuff in hours.
Further than like London to Scotland? Well, that's not very far at all, actually.
No, I think...
one time I figured out that from here to Toronto is the same as from Dublin to Istanbul? Something like that. Canadian geography is fun. Whee!
Yeah, you count drives in days and in
hours.
Not in...
Apparently that's like middle of the U.S. thing as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're talking big distances, the difference between 3,000 kilometers and 3,010 is nothing, but an extra hour or an extra day. Anyway.
We went very, very far. You guys knit tons. Good
yes.
job. And spun and crocheted and...
We got across the Yukon border. So we did the whole first section of the Alaska Highway up to Watson Lake. We passed it by 6.5 kilometers. So, and Watson Lake is the second largest town in the UK. In the UK.
No,
in the Yukon.
Not in the UK. It's
You
in the
said
Yukon.
UK earlier. It's the second largest town in the Yukon.
Really?
Yeah.
So Whitehorse is the biggest, and then Watson Lake.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, so we had 45 people participate in this past year of the knit along, and so we put everybody into a draw for the final prize draws we're doing, and we have 5 winners today.
Okay. Yes. So our first winner.
Caveat: we drew these off camera because
drawing, it's not fun to watch us go random number, okay,
and then
who
scroll
is it?
and look for the name for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So first winner
is a skein of yarn of her choice. Because she is one of our local knitters.
Yeah, we were going to pick a skein of yarn, but we thought if it's a local person, we'll let her choose.
Yes.
So Peggy, you've won a skein of yarn.
She doesn't watch. Liz, you can let Peggy know.
She'll make her watch that bit.
Okay.
Yay, Peggy!
Yay! So that was our first draw.
And our second one,
Actually,
I'm going to show these. So when I released my Cowl pattern, the Aurora Polaris, we had talked about doing some kits with the dyer who had dyed the Northern Lights colorway. And so we're just in the process of working on that. So we'll have kits that are half dyed by Janet, which is Peaceful Yarns here in Dawson Creek, and half dyed by me and include the pattern. And so we're working on those right now. So we'll have an option that will look like this, that will be 2 50-gram skeins of a nearly black with bits of sort of a midnighty gray, and the
midnighty gray.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a color.
Sure.
And her Northern Lights colorway, and that's enough to do this size and the 32-inch size, or the 32-inch size that I'm testing. And you'll get the pattern if you don't already have it, plus a kit with these 2 skeins.
Yes.
So.
And we drew for that one, and the winner of that one was.
So number 9 in our list was Juicy.
I think that's how it's pronounced.
I think it's probably somebody called Jose or something, but it's Giusie, and she's from Quebec.
Yeah.
We've gone, you're from near my hometown a couple of times before.
Okay, and then the next prize was a pattern kit with my pattern and one of my yarns. Well, not my yarns.
The yarn
that goes with it. Yes. For the bulky weight one. So I'm doing this color. But if you like the green better, you can let me know.
So this is the Faking Sanity Solace in the Stone Butch Blues colorway. Oops.
But if you like green eggs and ham.
She was holding it near to her red yarn, so that reddish purple is from the other yarn.
If you like this one better, I can do this one as well.
Yeah.
I just thought not do the one I did my...
So the winner for that one is...
I can't really do a drum roll because it makes the camera shake.
Oh yeah. Number 21 in our list.
Midnight Farm.
Midnight Farm. And so we've got 2 more we're going to draw.
We already drew.
So for the 2 that we've just done, for Midnight Farm, please contact us with your address so we can ship this to you.
Well, we need her address too.
Oh,
look! The Service Canada is calling to tell me that... Sorry, it's a scam call that's been going around.
Oh, it's horrible. It says like there's...
It's like our IRS calling to say that, they're sending my file to the legal or the Justice of Canada. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
it doesn't make sense if you know
scams.
Anyway, Midnight Farm. Sorry,
Midnight Farm.
You need to contact us, and Juicy, which I think is Jose, if I remember correctly, her name.
I don't know.
Juicy from Granby.
Contact us
with your address, and we will get these shipped out for you, and you'll have a cool little present just before Christmas.
And then we did 2 more draws because this was a big knit along, so we wanted to do lots of draws. We have 2 more draws, and they're both for a pattern of your choice, so you can let us know any pattern on Ravelry that we can buy for you, up to like
up to $10
max.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Which is about, I think, $8.50 US right now.
Something like that. So whatever pattern you really, really wanted to knit, but didn't want to pay for. There's
or planned on knitting, but haven't got it yet.
Yep. So the winners of that are
Mad Laura
She already had said it.
Sorry for sneaking that one in a second ago.
Arctic Craft 65.
Yeah.
So, let us know what pattern you'd like.
Yeah. So the best way to reach us for all of these is contact Faking Sanity on Ravelry or Montréalaise,
Or her.
MTLAISE on Ravelry. And we'll send you out all your prizes. If you contact her, are my eyes really close?
No, mine are.
Oh. Like, I don't think they're really close.
Sorry.
Yeah,
like
contact
this.
me and we'll
Yeah,
get
if you
you your
contact
pattern
me,
and your
it might
prizes.
happen.
It will happen eventually. if
No,
you
actually,
contact her.
I get emails about messages to me, so I will actually see it if you send it to me too.
Anyway, thank you so much for taking part. Oh, sorry. Thank you so much for taking part in our knit along. We really had fun with this one, and we were so thrilled when people started joining us that weren't from right here directly.
Yeah.
It was so fun to see everybody's, like, what other people are knitting from elsewhere too, and make new friends. So
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we have another knit along, make along, because we're not just knitters.
yeah.
Though I haven't been crocheting lately. Actually, I have been, but I forgot to bring it to show.
Oh, yeah.
We have another one coming.
Mhm.
We're gonna start it after the Christmas rush.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of good knit alongs going on right now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start it after Christmas, or possibly on Christmas Day, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a bingo one.
So we're doing up
excited.
some bingo cards. Some will be just knit. Some will be like spinning or crochet or mixed all three with knitting.
Some will have some culture consumed on them.
Yeah, and you'll just have to do four projects in a row that make a straight line, like a bingo card.
Or 5 if you don't
Or
want to go
5
through
if you
the
don't
center.
use the center free spot.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
Um,
more information about that in December.
Yeah, but it'll be another like wide ranging. You can do whatever you want, but it'll be a shorter time frame than this one was.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we'll have some prizes at the end and stuff.
Yeah.
But it'll be another like low pressure. We like low pressure. Knitting is our fun. We don't want it to be work. So
Yeah. I mean, because some of our knitting is
it's
work. We got a couple acquisitions we can show.
Yes, you got a pretty
I
one.
got a really cool yarn bag. This was a present to me
It's lovely.
from our friend Jocelyn, who teaches our knitting classes. I have crud in it, but and it's separated into 2, and it's got the compartment in between with a zipper, so I can keep all my crud in it.
Well, and it's nice to have a zippered one, so you can put your row counter or stitch markers or whatever and not lose them.
And it's got little
Yarn guide.
snaps on the side, so like if I want to do color work, I won't do color work, but I do lots of two skein things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so pretty. It's the Matryoshka dolls, and it's so pretty. Thank you, Jocelyn. She doesn't watch, but yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
And then we have an acquisition we got for the store.
This is the baby I love. It's an umbrella swift. Oh, don't pull it from there. It's an umbrella swift.
Why?
So
It doesn't hurt it.
It works like a normal umbrella swift, but it's got beech and acacia, so the dark brown is acacia wood. And it
just
looks
pretty.
really well made. Like it's riveted at the center, and the cords are like braided nylon, so they're heavier wearing. And look at the base; it doesn't clamp on. It's a
just
heavy
heavy
wooden
enough
base,
that it sits on the
and
table.
it's got
great.
anti-slide and anti-scratch pads on the bottom, so you just set it on your table and go, and it's amazing, and it spins so freely.
We're really excited about it because we have limited tables at the store that we can clamp our Swift and ball winder to.
Yeah.
And if people are sitting at those tables, we're kind of like,
I can't
crud,
wind your yarn
we can't
right
wind
now.
yarn. So we got this, and then we have on order, but it was back ordered. A really
ball
great
winders.
ball winder, a big, huge ball winder that also just sits on the table and doesn't have to be clamped. We're really excited about that.
So yeah, we'll always have 1 or 2 to sell.
And then one for us.
And then one for us.
This is the store one.
This is
my
Cindy's
new
baby.
My new baby.
You're a dork.
I am a dork. But that's
so
okay.
pretty,
I think
though.
everyone who watches this knows
Yes.
that I'm a dork. Dork. I can talk.
It's all that hair on your head. It's weighing down your
I
brain.
need a haircut so bad, but I hate going to the hairdresser. And Lou's offered, but I'm like, oh, but our
I'm too
bathroom's
slow.
tiny.
I'm too
Well,
slow
yeah.
for her. I take an hour to cut my hair.
So I need to just go to the barber, and then they'll be done in like 15 minutes. But
Actually, this one, it says it's a half hour.
oh well, whatever.
So, anyway, So that
I have
was
one more
acquisitions.
more knitting thing to talk about.
Yes.
A couple of
You do that one.
that one?
That one.
Okay. On Etsy, we have our Etsy shop. Some of our yarns are on sale because we had a sale at the store, so we thought we'd put it on Etsy as well. So Malabrigo Chunky.
All our cotton.
Our cotton's not up on Etsy.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
I forgot. It doesn't squish down as well for shipping, and
No,
I
we
couldn't get
just-
accurate colors of so many of the colors.
Yeah.
Accurate photos of so many of the colors. A bunch of our yarns, the Faking Sanity line.
Faking Sanity.
The
First
festival.
one we got. No, fixation. Stop
Fixation?
talking. You're like telling them all the wrong information.
Don't listen to me.
Malabrigo Chunky and Faking Sanity Fixation are the ones on Etsy that are on sale. But yeah, so that's nice. They're 20% off. So if there was any of that you wanted, get it now. Get it now. Okay.
Oh, and we wanted to talk a little bit about upcoming knitting. One of the things, get that out of your mouth. You're such a dork. One of the things we'll be knitting this coming month, and we'd love to encourage you guys to do something similar if you're not local, is some charity knitting. Everybody gets tied up with gift knitting this time of year, but our local hospital is doing, the nurses every year put out money from their own pockets to do a little Christmas event for the people who are stuck in the hospital over Christmas. And so the hospital auxiliary contact person that we deal with mentioned that she'd talk to us and see if we could knit up some hats. So we pitched it to our knitting group, and if you are not from the area, check out if there's a local charity that does something similar for either people stuck in the hospital or the homeless shelters. It's always nice to get something a little
handmade and
a little cozy, and
someone's
know
thinking
that someone's
of you.
thinking of you.
It's cool.
It's a lonely time of year for a lot of people, and it's cold out if you're homeless. And so if you feel like knitting hats, if you're in the Dawson area, you can drop them off here at Faking Sanity, and then we will get them to the hospital before their Christmas event. And they're doing all sizes because there are kids as well as adults.
Though they said mainly adults.
Mainly adults right now. And we'll hope to get a hat or even mittens if somebody wants to do mittens. They said mittens and gloves are okay too, for anybody who is stuck at the hospital over Christmas.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been lonely or alone or scared about a medical outcome, it's a good thing to do for somebody.
And I got some yarn. It's easy care, so to do some charity hats in. It's pretty, but easy care. Because people who aren't knitters won't necessarily know
to hand wash stuff.
Yeah. And if you're in the middle of,
if you're sick and dealing with scary stuff, you don't need to deal with hand washing.
So I think that's all of our knitting content.
It is. So we're on to
culture consumed.
We consume culture. It's tasty.
tasty culture. Okay, so last night we watched a movie that was really, really, really good.
I bawled.
And we both bawled. But it was really, really, really good, and we recommend it to anybody.
Yeah. It was on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Like the Apple Plus.
No, it wasn't Apple Plus.
No, just regular Apple TV. It might be elsewhere as well.
It was on iTunes. I'm sure it's elsewhere. It's called The Grizzlies. And it's based on a true story about the first Nunavut lacrosse team.
Yeah. From the town of Kugluktuk.
Yeah. And it was really good.
It was amazing. It started out, there's a young teacher who graduated and got the opportunity to teach somewhere if he was willing to go up north. So he's flying up here knowing nothing about the culture, nothing about the area, and kind of, I'm going to educate these people.
Yeah.
And quickly learns that that's not going to work. He needs to respect the people and respect their culture. And it's an amazing movie. Like, I bawled through the whole thing. It was fabulous.
It isn't really, really, really sad.
No, but
it has some sad bits, but it's very heartwarming as well.
It's a hard movie to watch. It deals with a lot of issues.
Yeah.
But it was really,
true
really
issues
good.
And yeah. Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Yes.
If you have access to it, definitely watch it. Just make sure you have a box of Kleenex.
We rented it for $1, so I'm sure that other people would be willing to pay that.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was.
What else have we been watching? Oh, we finished
lots
Person
of
of Interest. We finished Person of Interest. Oh,
so good.
It was so good. It also made me cry.
So good. You cry at everything.
I do cry
at
everything.
I did not cry at that. I cry at nothing. So when a movie makes me bawl,
that's true.
It's unusual.
Yeah. But it was very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had to get it done because we needed to watch hockey. Yes. Yes, our teams. So we've mentioned hockey, but we haven't really talked about hockey. Like last season, we didn't watch hockey barely at all. So I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
I'm a Habs fan.
Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, yes. Although I do like Pittsburgh as well.
Yeah, I like the Habs as well.
Now one of my favorite old Habs players is now playing for the Pens, and he just got back. He was sick, hurt. But he got back last night in the game we watched last night. He was
which was like healthy. Tuesday's game.
Yeah, well,
we never watch them live because
we're always at work
here.
when they play.
So yeah,
because they're both Eastern teams, so we're like 3 hours behind. So
yeah, we're really bad. We do not watch the local teams, Edmonton or Vancouver. Most people around here are either Edmonton or Vancouver fans.
Yeah,
we're neither. I was an Edmonton fan. They broke my heart. I just can't watch them.
They're doing well now. Like Draisaitl's in the top of the league.
Oh yeah, and Connor McDavid. I mean, we're Canadians, so we know everything about the Leafs and the Oilers. Canucks are doing really good. Apparently, I have not even looked.
Yeah.
But they are apparently doing very good.
Yes, Luke said Joel was very happy.
Yes, yeah.
But it's so funny because we have, a group of friends here, and a lot of them are guys, and none of the guys except for one follows hockey. Yeah. So he comes in and we're like, Luke, our hockey buddy.
Yeah, and he loves coming in to talk to us because we're all his guy friends do not watch hockey except his brother.
Yeah,
but they like different teams. So yeah, he has to come in and talk hockey with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like hockey. Oh, and we get to go see some little baby hockey
next month
in December.
We're going to watch the Junior A.
World Championships are coming here. So we get to watch live hockey.
Yeah.
Live hockey is a lot of fun.
It is.
We've convinced my mom to go to a couple games. Well, she won a... We bought our tickets for it, and then she won 2 tickets to every game.
Yeah.
So
she's going to join us, and possibly one of our staff, who's a great friend, will come and join us for a couple games.
And my mom can't stand hockey, but she'll come.
But live games are
live
fun.
Is fun. She is a baseball fan.
She's a huge baseball fan.
Yeah. So hockey. Yay, hockey.
Yay, hockey. Hockey.
It's so funny because we both used to just hate... Well, we didn't... I hated hockey fans.
Yeah. We lived downtown Calgary near where the hockey was played. And it was just loud and obnoxious. So
yes.
But we also watched some other stuff.
Did we?
We started watching Young Sheldon.
Oh, yeah, that was cute.
And it's super cute. And I didn't realize that it was voiced over by Jim Parsons, who plays Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory.
See, and I haven't watched Big Bang Theory since, I think I watched the first season or 2.
Oh.
And it's into, season 10 or something? Ridiculous like that? Or finished. It's done. But, yeah. But Young Sheldon is really cute, and you don't have to have watched...
No, but some of it is so funny. And they nailed some of the characters, like Sheldon's mom.
Oh, yeah.
She even sounds, the way she talks even sounds like the actress who played his mom in Big Bang Theory.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we started watching some Librarians again, because after the Grizzlies last night, we needed something
silly and light to
yes, exactly.
recoup so we weren't crying as we went to sleep and wake up with massive headaches. Actually, I did wake up with a really bad headache.
Muffin.
Yeah.
She's got really short hair now.
I do. It feels so much better. It feels so much better.
You feel like my granddad. This was the haircut he had.
No, he had a brush cut. It was squarer on top.
That's true, and it was a little shorter.
Yeah.
But don't mind us.
This is finger length because I cut it. I lay my fingers across my scalp and cut.
My fingers are apparently not as fat as yours. No, that doesn't make sense. My fingers are really fat. Anyway. Don't mind us. You have some books or something? Have you been actually reading, or you just bought a bunch?
I finished finally Raising Steam, the Terry Pratchett, which I love. He's so funny, and I love the Moise von Lipwig books.
Yes, they are great.
And Raising Steam was just awesome, and I love the reader who does them.
Yes.
Like,
what's his name?
You know what? I don't know. I didn't write it down.
Is it Simon Vance?
Possibly.
Anyway.
He's an amazing reader.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it on Audible. So if you look for the Terry Pratchett's books on Audible,
it's the same audio.
Yeah, it's the same guy. And I also bought a couple of other books that I want to read, and I wrote them down so I won't forget because I have a horrible memory. So I got a sciencey one, Brian Greene's Hidden Reality, which is all about multiverses and stuff, and Andy Weir's Artemis. So years ago, I read Andy Weir's first book, which was The Martian. And then we went and watched the movie, which was awesome, but I didn't like the ending as much. So when this book came out, I wanted to read it. And the reader on that one is Rosario Dawson.
Oh!
Because I remember thinking, I don't know.
That could be really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Because I love her in some things and
not in others.
Yeah.
But I listened to the sample and it seemed like a good read.
Cool.
So I bought that one. And then I also bought Hank Green's An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to finish Turtles all the way down. I'm going to finish Turtles All the Way Down, written by John Green.
It's okay if you don't finish it.
No, it's good.
I bought it for last year for Christmas.
It's really good. I wasn't in a space. It's all about mental health. And this past year I wasn't in a space to read a book about...
Didn't need to deal with anyone else's mental health.
Exactly.
We're all dealing with our own.
Yeah, but I'm doing better right now. And it feels like that might be the next one I will finish. Yeah.
I will not list off all the books I've bought recently.
I don't buy books very often. I bring them home from here, which I have a stack of.
We went to Superstore, and we had tons and tons of Optimum points.
I forgot to check, and we had like 800,000 points, which is hundreds of dollars of groceries.
So I bought a couple books. And one of them was Guts by Raina Telgemeier. She does these kids graphic novels, and I've read Smile and Sisters and Drama and Ghosts, and this is her new one.
They look really good.
And this one and Smile are based on like her own life experiences. But yeah, it looks that. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. It'll be a quick read. Yeah. But
because they're aimed at kind of like 9 to 12, right? 10 to 12, somewhere in there.
Exactly. Yeah. They're loads of fun. So I've got that one. I've got a bunch of audiobooks. Oh, I'm listening to a really good audiobook right now. It's The Plantagenets by Dan Jones. Mm-hmm. Not the Dan Jones of Bakery Bears. The Dan Jones of, BBC fame, I don't know. I watched a series that he did, which was Castles. It's kind of like the story of different castles, and it was really good. And yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying Plantagenets.
It sounds wrong every time you say it, because I'm like, it's the Plantagenets.
Oh. Well, no, it's not.
I know, it's not. But it's how I grew up hearing it.
It's funny. I was actually listening to something else. I can't even remember what it was. And I was talking about like royalty in all sorts of different countries. And what they do is they always anglicize the name. Like we know Catherine the Great.
Right.
And except if you're reading something that's actually, sticks to the Russian names, it's, Catherine.
Yeah.
And I just always, every time I'm listening to something in history that mentions royal names, I'm always like, why do they anglicize everything?
Yeah.
But they do.
They do.
Yeah. Anyway, and I'm really enjoying the Plantagenets, and then I will probably read, he has another one that I'm assuming is either the 100 Years' War or the Tudors. But yeah, I know less about the Plantagenets than I do about the Tudors, because I read a lot about the Tudors. I have a history degree, and one of my areas of interest was early modern Britain. So that's the tutors.
She has a degree in would you like fries with that, is what she used to call it.
or do you have an iRewards card? Because I worked at Cowl's for many, many years.
History degree is like a music degree.
Yes.
Unless you want to teach.
Yeah. Or unless I wanted to go on to like a master's or a law degree or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I never did. I never ever everybody, when I was in high school, everybody's like, you could be a doctor or a lawyer, and I'm like, I fainted blood and I hate arguing, so no, I can't.
She hates arguing, but she can be driven to it.
Oh, I can argue. No,
the bear
that
enough.
kind of arguing is fine. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's kind of been our week. Or month.
Yeah, it's been 4 weeks.
It's not a lot of knitting for a month, but originally
It is for us.
We postponed the first time
Because we had no knitting.
2 weeks because we had no knitting. I had been sick and it had been a stressful week, and then last week.
Well, in the last 2 weeks, I knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things.
Yeah,
6.
Well, neither of us has been feeling great as usual. But we wanted to do it today because we had lots to talk about.
Yes.
We finished the cowl.
I have a pattern.
You have a pattern. I have a pattern. We have kits and prizes. And...
Well, your pattern you announced last time.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway.
My pattern sat at the top of the hot right now on Ravelry for a full day.
Yeah, you did good. It's a nice pattern.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like it. So yeah, now I just have to adjust it.
I'm going to knit it now.
Yeah, I have to do a small version. I just did a kind of women's medium. I have to do a small version and a large version, and then the DK version. And
I'm
the
gonna.
swatch is already on there.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, that's right. I wrote it up for you.
You did.
my memory isn't great. Have I mentioned that? I'm gonna knit up the DK one. I think for one of my charity hats.
And I'm gonna knit this one.
Are you? You gonna test knit for me?
Yes, I have the yarn picked out and waiting.
Okay.
I've been waiting.
So if you were a prize winner, contact us.
Mm-hmm. If you weren't, sorry.
And if you weren't, thank you for participating.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun, and we loved seeing all your whips and finished objects and stuff. And we hope you'll join us on the next one. And we hope you'll have a good week knitting.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. My
Or
drugs
maybe
make
a
me
nap.
do this. My drugs make me yawn a lot.
Her prescription drugs, just to be clear.
Yeah.
It's like we always say, oh, I need to go get some Coke and drugs, which means a Coca-Cola and some Advil.
And Advil, cold and sinus. Yay.
Anyway, have a great week, and we'll see you again soon.
Will we?